let's call our regular scheduled board meeting to order. Could all raise for the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, if we could get a roll call, please.
Tim Parrish?
Here.
Karen China here. Johanna Donahue? Here. Nita Drain.
Here.
And I have Rob as absent on the last one too.
Any public comments? None? Number 5, review of the board meeting, regular board meeting minutes dated Tuesday, April 11, 2023. Any comments or discussions? Seeing none, roll call when you're,
Do we need a
all in,
Motion.
the motion. I'm so sorry.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 6, resolution 05112301, appointment of Mr. David Collins, trustee of the Nunda Rural Fire Protection District for a 3-year term commencing with the first Monday in May 23, through the first Monday in May of 26. Mr. Collins is continuing his position. How long have you been doing it for?
This is my second term.
Okay.
Actually, well, this is my first full term. Don, I took the place of Don Leckner, he passed away. And so I took the position, but with COVID and stuff, it was, it's kind of difficult, as you guys know, with, communicating and having meetings and everything.
Right.
You got some older people that have health conditions and stuff, so you're doing like tele meetings, which
Yeah.
is very difficult, I don't know, like looking around, you guys are probably pretty much the same age. I mean, the computer wasn't part of my grade school curriculum, so.
So can we get a motion to approve?
Motion. Join.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Thank you, and we'll have Joni swear you in real quick.
I'll come to you.
Coming over there.
I can come to you. Turn around though, because they don't want to look at me, they'll look at you. All right, take your right hand up. I, David Collins,
I, David Collins,
have been appointed to the office of trustee
have been appointed to the office of trustee
in the Nunda Rural Fire Protection
in
District
the Nunda Rural Fire Protection District,
of Nunda Township
Nunda Township,
in McHenry County.
Henry County,
Aforesaid do solemnly swear
or said do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of trustee
the duties of the office of trustee
to the best of my ability.
to my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you gonna-
Thank you for your service.
Okay, because I'll give you a signed copy,
Okay, all right.
otherwise I could do it.
No, I'll wait. I wanna hear some of this.
Okay.
I actually got a question, but, I mean, it's not part of the agenda. But they took down the streetlights, the state did, when they did that renovation out by the firehouse. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
Mike
there was
knows,
some controversy
Mike
on that.
knows about that.
They're
He
supposed
talked,
to be coming back.
yeah, you could give Mike a call. I don't know
I
what
mean, I
was,
know he's been talking to the
I
chief
know,
and
I don't know
stuff.
what got resolved of it, but yeah, there's been a lot of discussion on that.
Yeah,
But I didn't hear what happened with that.
okay. 'Cause I mean, it's dark out here.
Yeah.
I have to drive.
They weren't
that
supposed to
way.
take
I
them
agree.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7, township warrants for approval for payment May 11th in the amount of $43,913.65. Motion,
I'll do it.
right?
I'll second.
Tim? Discussion, comments, questions? Nothing? Roll call when you're ready then, please.
Karen Kainis?
Yes.
Johanna Donahue?
Yes.
Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Nita Drain.
Yes, motion carries. Road district warrants for approval for payment May 11th in the amount of $697,035.48.
You need a motion?
Need a motion.
I'll do it.
Second?
I'll second.
Comments, discussions? Go ahead.
Okay. So as I said earlier, and then out of the meeting, Bill asked me specifically what I was going after. $697,000 is a lot of money to spend in 1 month. Take out the $72,000 insurance contribution they made to Torma, take out the $47,000 that he paid off John Deere for a piece of equipment, you're still at $578,000 for the month. It's a lot. I know we had talked between meetings about, Bill asked me about getting, reimbursed through an intergovernmental agreement from Oakwood Hills for all the paving we did. It's all fine and dandy. The township's a non-for-profit, correct? So where is that happy median at? Where is your break-even point at with an intergovernmental agreement? How do you know we're not out there equipment breaking down? Is your intergovernmental agreement covering all that? And Bill can come into this, I guess, in public comment, but I'm just not a fan of making our residents have the burden of paving for other residents too. I know Oakwood Hills, for the most part, is covered in Nunda Township, but when you're in Richmond Township and you're paving, like I saw at Nunda Trucks last year, when you're outside of those jurisdictions, you're putting that burden on our residents and it's causing a false need. I know Rob's talked on this before, of bringing in all that labor, all that fuel, all that asphalt material. We have to pay for all that. We're putting that on our trucks. We're making our crews do all that work when they could be at home doing stuff for Nunda Township, tree trimming, mowing, ditches, and our own paving. I'm not a fan of that. I know with Oakwood Hills, it's residents of Nunda Township, but $578,000 is a lot of money, and a lot of that went into burgers improvements on somewhere for $206,000. Pretty hefty mix bill, meaning asphalt. We call asphalt mix, and it's a hefty bill. I'm just not a fan of that. I know Rob's been vocal on that. I know, I'm sure other residents would like to know that we're out paving for other municipalities on their dime. I'm just not a fan. Jumping right into another question, Prime Law Group, we had a bill for $15,481 for the dissolution of townships. Did any other municipality kick in to that? Any other local?
I believe McHenry did.
McHenry did.
I'm not 100% sure, but they were in on it also.
Okay. We paid for a lot of different municipalities. I hope they would kick in too. I mean, have Mike pay for all that.
I noticed on that one that those bills go back 2 years.
It's been going on for a while.
So, but we're just getting invoiced for all of it right now. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so that was my first question. The second question is Upland Concrete. We did $51,100 worth of work. I saw on the invoices it said something about competitive or prevailing wages. Just want to make sure that was all competitively bid, and maybe Joni would be able to answer that, or you, with Upland Concrete, with the different projects they had going on. Were those bid out, or?
I don't know which projects you're referring to.
So
I do the bid openings with Mike. You have to be, I don't,
Yeah, I saw one
there's
for.
millings, there's culverts, there's grindings, there's,
Right, this is specific to Upland Concrete, so that would be flat work,
Curves.
curbs, yeah.
we did do bid open, yeah.
So Oak Street was one I saw on there,
Mhm.
because I just drove past it on my way
You can
here.
have copies, I mean, anytime the road districts are always,
They,
Open
I
and
believe they
welcome.
post them on their,
yeah,
They
and
post
they'll
them on the
also give you a
website, I
copy,
believe.
or
Okay.
you could just ask me, cause,
Yeah, no,
I have
I'm
copies
asking you,
of 'em.
so I respect
I'm pretty
that.
sure,
yeah, I mean, either way,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure all the bids are online.
I don't remember them by heart, I'm
Right.
sorry.
No,
I'm
I
like
hear you.
99.9% sure they're
Okay.
all online.
Yeah.
Fantastic, okay. Third question was, must have purchased something up in Wisconsin. I saw like fuel receipts and a restaurant up in Wisconsin.
They got a
Did you-
truck.
A truck
Mm.
from up in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Anything else? We have the two motions, right?
Yes.
So discussion, so can we get a roll call when you are ready, please?
Johanna Donahue,
Yes.
Karen Tynas,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Lita Drain,
Yes, motion carries. Number 9, the Fire Protection District did not get me an intergovernmental agreement, so we are going to carry that to next month. She said you'll have it next month. Number 10, the decennial efficiency meeting. So for this month, to get it going, Butch and Bill and Joni have graciously agreed to join the committee, with the board members. So for this meeting, I'd like to get that approved, that's our committee, the board with the 3, for starters. And then I gave everyone a copy of a sample report that has to be filed with the county within 18 months of the first meeting. We have a lot of time. So as far as that goes, that gives an idea of what they're looking for. And I think if everyone could read it, and then for the next meeting, what do you think we can add to the township services? Or what do you think we're doing we shouldn't be doing? Or, like, I've talked to LaHeap, and they only have like a couple people servicing, and LaHeap is huge right now, so they're gonna do like training sessions with us in the summer so we can help with intake. I wanna reach out to the DMV and see what services we can perform here, so there's not, just more services
Yeah,
that we can do here.
why not?
Those are the 2 I have in mind from
Are you
right
checking
now.
with other townships to see like what they're doing versus
Yeah.
what we're doing?
Yeah, a lot of it's the same.
Yeah,
You know, like when we had our meetings for estate planning, those were huge. We would do the identity theft, no one came to those. I mean, I don't know why, cause they were,
yeah,
I think we need to do more things like that, we have a lot of seniors. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of, I've tried to get AARP to do tax returns, but the person I talked to was kinda during COVID and there weren't enough people to go to the different, I know they do it at Algonquin, so it's hard to get field reps out here. I will continue looking into that.
What about some basic computer?
Yeah, we used to do
Classes.
that a long time ago and a prior
Or-
supervisor gave away all our computers.
Or a smartphone,
Yeah, that would be great.
like, orientation for them on how to use their
Yep.
smartphone, how to navigate
Yep.
settings and things like
So
that.
that's the kind of things I see we could do for this plan. I'm sure you guys have great ideas that expound in different areas as well. Yes, sir.
I just have, not to make this any more complicated, but it says here in the note, under Roman numeral 1, any local government that levies a tax. So the cemetery levies a tax. So not unlike the highway district, they should, in my opinion, they have to be mentioned on this form. So I think it's a question for our attorney, so,
To see if so you're asking is the cemetery included in
well,
this,
if you're,
in the town?
yeah.
I will ask him.
You know, just ask him if it should be, because you're not including, there's another report when I went on TOI, there's another report, you can combine the highway district.
Right, we're not doing that,
with
they're doing their own.
that. So if you're not doing that, the cemetery is in and of itself that's
That is
another
correct.
taxing district, so.
I didn't
All it
even,
is-
nothing I read has mentioned cemetery levies, so I
Yeah,
will
but
ask.
there's only 2 of them in this
That's true.
county, so it probably
They
would
probably
be
haven't addressed it
overlooked.
in the code, cause
And
it's not in
all
the
that
code.
probably needs to be done is inserted in there.
Yep, I
Because
will
we
talk to
are
Scott.
a separate entity, but we are the
Yep.
same entity,
right.
just expanded.
I will
So,
talk to Scott about it.
just ask Scott if we need to include that otherwise.
Yeah, cause it's not in the code.
Yeah, well,
The
they
code
only
is
list,
very-
they only have 2 forms at the TOI, this
The-
one and the one
code
that
is,
combines the
the code
highway.
is very brief, if anyone would like a copy of it.
That's the smallest one, yeah.
It is literally, wow, it's 3 pages.
Wow.
It's very vague.
It's in regard to the efficiency thing?
I'm sorry?
You're talking about the efficiency,
Yeah.
meetings?
Yeah.
I like to have a copy of
Huh?
that. I like to have a copy of that. We gotta do the same thing.
Sure.
So we have 18 months to get this filed
To get it filed.
and to have all 3 meetings,
Yeah.
within 18 months. Okay. Does this?
And I don't see, I mean, this is the
This is
approved
fine.
doc, you know, this
Right,
document.
does this count as one?
I don't,
Is this a-
I don't see why we need to, recreate the report. I mean, we could add and take away, but I wanna use that as basis. It also comments on hiring an outside service to evaluate, but there are no funds available, and I prefer not to do that.
I think we can do it.
I think we're fine.
I think so too.
I think we're fine.
So if everyone could take a look at that and come back, if you, should we schedule the next meeting with the May, with the June meeting? Same fashion?
I'm okay with that.
And, hopefully
Yeah.
Rob will be feeling better and be back as well. So think about it and what we can do with it. But I would like a motion to approve our 3 committee people.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that motion carries.
So we incorporate, we're just still coming at 7 next month,
I'm
right?
sorry, yes, 7, we are 7 on.
Okay.
Any other discussion for this decennial? Or anything we need to look into?
Hold on, just put that on the wrong day.
So today is actually our first meeting.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
weird.
sir.
Yeah, so that's one.
No, it says organizational.
That's what
Right.
this meeting, it's got, it's got the suggestion of what, I don't think it's on there. In one of these, it says what your meeting should be, and the first one is,
To appoint your,
who's on your committee.
Organizational.
so yeah, this
Your
counts.
your first meeting is just essentially to be organizational.
Yeah, we got 1, 2 to go.
The
Yeah.
second is to gather information, and the third is to
find.
finalize the report.
We'll bang this out fast.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And if you read that report, I mean, it's
This is
very
pretty-
basic.
Yes.
I could
yes.
answer it without us meeting.
Right.
Yeah,
You're the
exactly,
chairman,
but-
correct? You're the
Yeah.
We
chairman.
appreciate that lead up.
Exactly, thank you, Lisa.
So then we file it with the county.
Right.
Okay.
We have a lot of time, but
Yeah,
like
but
we
we don't have to
said.
wait 18 months.
No, we're
No,
gonna
I
do
think
it-
as soon as
gonna
we're
do
done,
it
we file.
consecutive. Unless we come up with more ideas that need more research at the next meeting.
Right.
That was the only thing that would warrant us continuing it.
But,
But again, all those things, if, like, especially if we come up with new ideas, we can incorporate those into another regular
Right.
Nunda Township meeting.
Correct. Yeah, we're not gonna have special
Separate,
meetings,
no.
they're all gonna be with the board meeting.
Okay, perfect.
We don't need additional meetings.
We need a
Please.
third meeting.
you know what, we're gonna need clarification though, cause you do have to log on here, first, second, and third meeting, additional meetings, list all.
Yeah, if we have any.
Well, is there a requirement?
No, you have to have 3 meetings. I will make you a copy of this, so you can read it. This is just get going
We
meeting.
don't like going blindly into
We're
things.
not going blind, I promise you.
Alright.
Any other discussion on this meeting? Alright, number 11, any new business? Nothing? Number 12, any old business?
Are we done with the newsletter completely?
It's
I'm
on,
done.
it's online.
I know, no
I
more
print,
mailing.
we mail about 100 copies out. If people call for it, we mail it out. But I print them in the office, and I just put stamps on them.
Okay.
It seems, I wish more people were signing up. I actually had 5 people drop off. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know. The assessor's office started a Facebook page. I post on the Facebook Nunda things. It's much more cost effective, but we're not reaching as many people.
Right.
So you post on the assessor's page?
No, I asked them to post this shredding event,
Okay, I gotcha.
And then, there's two Nunda groups I'll usually post on.
Right, I see those.
Yeah. 13, public comment. Nothing?
How
what?
did the shredding go?
It was very slow. I only had one truck. It was kinda cold and rainy. I don't know.
All you can do is offer it.
That's right.
I
Number,
see there's a county-wide, by the health department, another recycle event coming up.
oh, I didn't get notification. I try and post those online when I get the
Yeah, I just
notifications.
noticed it today. It's, I think it's in Lake in the Hills, but.
I didn't notice it. I usually get, whenever I get stuff from the county for recycling events, I try and put it on our page.
Yeah, it's on the county website.
Alright, I'll check. Anything else? Number 14, report, I don't have anything. I think we've covered everything I kinda have. I will reiterate that the pressure in this building, so I wanna get the pump checked and the water pressure, I don't know, and the sewer. I don't think I'm saying the right things.
But I know what you mean.
That toilet barely flushes.
Really?
Yeah. So that is my goal, is to have it sealed, painted, checked, and once that, we could go back to our abatements. But, and I saw this today, so.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure everything's good and solid. We've done a lot, and then once we're secure in this building, in that building, we can go back, and I see no reason why not to start that again next year. I just wanted to make sure we were good. Town clerk.
I have nothing.
Highway commissioner, assessor, we'll start with Karen.
I don't really have anything, but I just wanted to thank Mr. Collins for his service.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Johanna.
Thank you very much for your service, Nunda.
They stole my thunder, thank you. I appreciate it.
We all appreciate
We
you.
got you.
It's nice to see Mr. Bowles here.
Uh-huh.
His opinion's valued in this room as well as every other Nunda Township resident that may or may not be watching, so it's good to
I'm
see you.
always watching.
We always say hi to
Watching.
That's the eye in the sky.
you. Bill, do you have anything?
No, not really. I think, to bring you up to date with a little bit with the cemetery board, we have now completed a survey of all 4 of our cemeteries. So we have new plats of survey for them. Right now, I'm kinda into subdividing those into the individual plots. And then I check off the ones that I know, going through the books that have residents. And then Lita we'll go back and check them. Then we're gonna enter all of that onto a computer base, so that Lita has more information. We'll have more information than what we started with. So it goes back a long way, some of these. So it's amazing. There's a lot of veterans that are buried out there that, you know, I wish we knew exactly where they were. But when you talk about the Spanish-American War,
Right.
you know,
Wow.
the stones have long been disappeared, so, but that's what we've been kinda working on it. The winter slowed us down because you can't get out in the field with the snow and stuff, so, but all 4 are now properly surveyed, so we have markers and we know, corners and stuff like that, so. Before it was maybe close enough, you know, so we'll do the best we can. So we're trying to update it. It's expensive, but it needed to be done.
Needed to be done.
I mean, the maps or the plats of survey that Lita has right now are physically falling apart in your hand. And they've been marked and remarked
And not marked.
and not marked, yeah, so we're trying, they're back in swing on their, landscaping. I can't say enough about, our landscaper. They really have turned them around as far as upkeep, so they're really on the ball, so probably the best investment we've ever made was
100%.
going with that. We, I think we didn't have a really vote on it, but we have a lot of trouble with the flags. Because they're off 24/7, they really take a beating. So, depending on how high on the hill they are. So we're trying to, if you go by one of our cemeteries and you see one of them, let me know. I mean, I will, but I think we're gonna get on a plan to replace them every Memorial Day. And
That's
then
a
we
good
know,
idea.
well, we replaced all 4 on
Yeah.
Memorial Day, next year we'll replace all 4 again, if they make it that far.
Yeah, they're taking a beating.
Beating, I'm sure.
And we upgraded to a fabric and got away from the nylon, or did we get away from polyester?
Polyester, but
And went to nylon?
the nylon's ripped up pretty
Oh, we
quick.
went to
Yeah,
polyester.
they ripped up pretty,
But they didn't even hold up that well.
no.
The one up here is already tattered, too. So I don't
But, yeah,
know.
well, that was a newer one, but,
That was brand new, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not even lasting a year.
yeah. So, again, that's just, we don't take them in every night,
Right.
so it is difficult. And they are 24/7 every day of the year, so we just have to be mindful of them. And like I said, I don't always get to the far north, or the west side to look at them all, but more and more often. And, we've had a couple of burials this year already, so.
It's been very busy.
So we've been, carrying on. But, we did get the area around the, columbariums. We got pavers put down on those, so now there's nice access to them. I think we're looking at some planters or something to set on, just to highlight them a little bit, so. But that's really all we have going, just, making sure we land in the right spot. So,
It's not fun.
No, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We forgot to acknowledge this guy,
Mm-hmm.
even though he doesn't say anything that much.
Right.
His presence brings
Here.
this board to a whole nother level,
Yeah,
so it's good to have him here.
Yes, and thank you all for your participation in this
Decennial.
decennial.
And that's Raymond Shine, not Richard.
We corrected it. We corrected it. I'm so sorry. I swear to God, I looked right at it and I'm like,
If that's the worst thing that
Yeah.
happens to me, it's gonna be a good thing.
I've had a rough couple weeks, I'm sorry. All right, number 7, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, motion adjourned, meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
You,
Dave?
How you did?
uh,
Still with us?
no, he passed